Hey guys, welcome back to a new Battlefield 6 Season 4 video, and today we're gonna have a look at all the new content, changes and features you can expect to see with the new season and also some things beyond it. For transparency, EA has invited me to a preview event where I got an early look at the details to Season 4, and now I can finally also share them with you. So Season 4 starts on July 21st. Is again parted into 3 phases, and the first phase is called Pacific Front and marks the arrival of naval warfare in Battlefield 6 with the first map of the season, Turu Reef. This one is located in the Pacific and is the biggest map in Battlefield 6 so far, even bigger than Golmud Railway. It consists of scattered islands and steep cliffs with different points of interest, such as the remnants of an old war bunker and a luxury resort that is very reminiscent of Hainan Resort in Battlefield 4. The map will provide combined arms combat with air and ground vehicles, but also with 2 new boats. The RHIB, that has already been available in RedSec before and is a fast and agile boat with 4 seats and a mounted machine gun, and the CB-90, a flexible patrol boat equipped with an arsenal of weapons to counter infantry and land, sea and air vehicles. And it also features a deployable ramp that can be used as a spawn point for your team. To support naval warfare, the devs have also implemented a new dynamic wave system that allows players to use the wave movement for strategic approaches and ambushes. And here we can also see the conquest layout of the map that was unlocked by the community through a community challenge on the Battlefield Discord, but more about that later in the video. Because first, we need to take a look at the new weapons we can expect to see in this first phase. And here we have the EF-88, a strong and versatile assault rifle for mid to long range combat, the Broad 3, a new fast-firing carbine for close range engagements, and the VSSM, that I think should be well known, a new addition to the DMR category with an integrated suppressor and a full auto fire option. We will also see 2 new attachments in this phase of the season, the extended barrel and the 1P86 LPVO sight. The extended barrel increases projectile velocity at the cost of mobility and aim down sight speed, and the LPVO provides a clear sight picture with manually switchable magnification levels of 1.5x to 4.5x. And what we can also expect to see is a new unit that is called Abyssal Unit, and of course a new battle pass with new weapon packages, soldier skins, XP boosters and so on. And what will also be part of Season 4 is of course a new RedSec ranked season, but this time it comes with quite a few improvements and changes compared to the former season. So the point system was recalibrated. There will be no vehicle cards, tanks and IFVs anymore, which I think is probably the biggest change, and there will be stricter penalties for abandoning a match. Now, moving on to phase 2 of this season, this one starts on August 18th and is called Top Gun. And this name is not a coincidence, it is an actual official collaboration with the movies. And this is also what defines the content for this phase. First of all, they're bringing back the classic map Wake Island to the franchise, and similar to Operation Firestorm and Golmud Railway, the devs have reimagined this map for Battlefield 6. They took the elements people liked from the different versions the map had throughout the history of the franchise and combined it with adjustments to the map's design and gameplay for better overall experience. So we can expect to see more fortifications, destructible bridges and 2 aircraft carriers on the edges of the island, both equipped with operational flight decks that feature catapult jet launches. We will also see another new weapon during this phase, which is the Desert Tech HTI, a new sniper rifle with the longest range in Battlefield 6 so far, so perfectly made for the 2 large maps we will get with this season. And as part of this Top Gun collaboration, we will see the addition of 2 new vehicles. The F-74A Cat, which is inspired by the Grumman F-14 Tomcat, and the F-81F Super Spectre that is inspired by the F-18 Hornet. Both of them are 2-seaters. And you can perfectly put those new jets to the test in the 2 new modes that will be dropping during this phase. One of them is called Carrier Strike and is the Battlefield 6 version of the classic mode Carrier Assault. So the joint forces of naval, air and ground troops need to fight to defend their own carrier, but they also need to attack and try to destroy the enemy carrier. And the other mode that we can expect to see during this phase is a Top Gun inspired mission that comes to Gauntlet, and this one is called Fighter Sweep and is a jets only dogfight mode, and this one is only played on the new map Turo Reef. Plus, when talking about RedSec, they will add a new point of interest to the Battle Royale map as well, which is also a fully explorable and lootable aircraft carrier that also features a Top Gun themed section. And of course, we can also expect to see special Top Gun characters and cosmetics that were all inspired by the franchise. And then on September 15th, the last phase of the season will start, that is called Tidal Strike. But aside from the start and name, we don't have any details about it so far, at least not by the time I'm making this video, but I would assume that it's similar to the last phase in former seasons, so new modes, maybe a new melee weapon and some new challenges and unlockable cosmetics. But there was only the new content we can expect to see in Season 4. We will also get some new features and quality of life improvements. So first of all, custom lobbies will be added to the game and will give you even more control over the experiences you create and host. This means that Portal creators will get the option to add a pre-lobby screen to their experiences where players can sort themselves into teams and squads. And these lobbies will also have full admin controls and full in-game lobby settings, which allows you to manage your lobbies much better, but could also be perfect for running tournaments within the community. Another new feature that we can expect to see is the spectator mode that will already drop with the start of Season 4, but for now only for Battle Royale matches and verified conquest experiences. And the last new feature we will see in Season 4 is proximity chat, but this will only be added in an experimental state at the beginning of the season and will then be refined based on player feedback. In addition to those new features, we will also see a number of changes and improvements to the game. Some of the most important ones are improvements to player movement and combat. Here specifically, they have tweaked the sliding, mounting and movement on ziplines. The UI and HUD will get a clarity pass to improve how the menu, but also certain HUD elements like kill indicators, for example, are displayed. We can also expect to see improved audio feedback across vehicles, stationary weapons, and while maneuvering on sea. The interaction of vehicles with water was also improved to make it more natural, and water gameplay in general got some tweaks since it's more present now with the naval combat. So swimming, resurfacing, drag and revive in water, underwater, visibility and so on, all of this stuff was improved. But we're gonna talk about this in more detail in a separate video next week once the update has dropped and I can actually show you the changes. And then in addition to all of those Season 4 details, we've also got a glimpse into what we can expect beyond Season 4. Because we've got a short community post and 2 pictures from the official channels. One where they showcase some things they have already done in Battlefield 6, basically as a recap of the last 3 seasons. So the maps that were added, the modes and the improvements. And that's also what the community update is talking about. So I'm not gonna sum this up here because if you have been following the game, then you know all of this. But they also shared a picture with what's still coming in the near future. So besides the 2 new maps and the spectator mode that we already talked about, we can see platoons here and a server browser as a feature. And what we can also see are 2 undisclosed content drops that are pixelated. And here the community did some work trying to unblur this, and the left picture is still hard to guess. There were comments saying it could be Metro or maybe be Seine Crossing, but the right picture seems to be more obvious because here a lot of comments said it looks like Propaganda, a classic map from Battlefield 4. And I think that's indeed what it looks like. So it seems like there will be more remakes of classic maps coming in the future, very likely in Season 5 and 6. And lastly, like I mentioned before, there is a community challenge running on the official Battlefield Discord. You can find the link to the Discord in the description below. And with this challenge, the devs are teasing a new detail about Season 4 every day until the season starts. But the community has to unlock those teasers first. So what you need to do is to head over to the Discord, scroll down to Hunt the Carrier, and then there will be new intel every day where you need to give the correct answer. And for a set number of correct answers, we unlock new details. To find the right answer, you can take part in the community discussion, or you just watch Danny on PC's X account because he's also posting the answers every day. Why is this important for you? Well, because when you submit 2 correct answers in the Discord, you will unlock a new dog tag that you can equip in-game, which is called Eagle's Stare. And that was it for today. This was everything you need to know about Season 4 and, well, a few things beyond that as well. And if you enjoyed the video and you want to see more of this content, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. And I'm gonna see you in the next one. I'm the Catwoman and you are awesome.